YouTube channel. We are going to solve this change of subject formula problem. This is one of the questions that came out in your Jamb mock exam 2024. How do we make arrow the subject formula as it is given to us in the question? Very easy. Whenever you have a square root, make sure you square both sides. If you have cube root, cube both sides. If you have the fourth root, you fourth the power of both sides. So let's quickly do this. The first thing we do, we square both sides. And you know that when you square both sides, what will you get? If you square x, you have x squared is equals to, if you square this, the square will cancel the square root, so you have 2 arrow plus t all over 2 arrow t. And if we have this, we can cross multiply. So when we cross multiply, when we cross multiply, we have x squared times 2 arrow t equals to 2 arrow plus t. Okay, now let's do this quickly. If x squared multiplies this, you have 2 arrow t x squared is equals to 2 arrow plus t. Remember, we have to make arrow the subject formula. So what we do, we collect what? Like terms together. Make sure you take every variable that contains arrow to one side. So if I take this here, you have 2 arrow t x squared. Why am I taking this to this? Because there's arrow here and there's arrow here. You bring them together. So you have minus 2 arrow equals t. Since you have to make arrow your subject formula, you can bring out the arrow out from this place. So if I bring arrow out from here, what will be left will be 2t s squared. And if I bring arrow away from here, what will be left will be 2 equals to what? T. Since we have to make arrow subject formula, we divide both sides. You divide both sides by the what? The coefficient of r. And if you are doing that, everything here is a coefficient of r. So we have that arrow bracket 2t x squared minus 2 equals to t. You divide both sides by 2t x squared minus 2. Divide here by 2t x squared minus 2. So this will cancel this, so that r will be equals to t all over 2t x squared minus 2, or t over, bring out what is common here, you have 2 bracket tx squared minus 1. Thank you very much. We have just another question for you. Okay, now let's take this question. This is a problem from surds. As a matter of fact, this particular question is from your conjugate surds. Remember, I have a video where I talked about how to rationalize a conjugate surd. How do we solve this particular problem, class? Very, very easy. This is 4 minus 1 over 2 minus root 3. Okay, now remember that this particular part is a conjugate surd, and because it is a conjugate surd, you must rationalize this part. How do you rationalize this? Use the conjugate of the denominator to rationalize. So we quickly do this. You use, if this is 2 minus root 3, you rationalize with 2 plus root 3. You do the same for the denominator, 2 plus root 3. That's what we do. So here we have 4 minus open bracket 1 times this and this will give you 2 plus root 3. You have the same thing. Now I told you that whenever you are rationalizing a conjugate surd at the denominator without stress, use this to multiply this and this to multiply this, and you are done. So 2 times 2 will give us 4 minus root 3 times plus root 3 will give us minus 3. So what we have is 4 minus open bracket 2 plus root 3 all over 4 minus 3 is what? 1. Or otherwise, we have 4. If you open the bracket with minus, you have minus 2 minus root 3. So 4 minus 2 is 2 minus root 3. This becomes the answer to this question. So the answer is what? D. Thank you very much for staying with us to the end of today's video lesson. If today is your first time you're coming across our video, please do well to subscribe and also like. Tell us what you feel about this particular question. Thank you very much. I'll see you in my next video lesson.